Kobo won't let me be invincible. Shiraishi, a student at Hurako North High School, reveals that his presence is not felt by everybody because he is invincible. He came to know about this trait when he was not seen in his class group photo, and the students misunderstood if he was not present there. He then posted his picture in that photo. Shiraishi thinks that every student at Hurako High School is enjoying it very well, and then a dwarf teacher calls Shiraishi and gives him study notes. He thanks him and goes to his seat in the class. He considers himself just like air because no one can easily feel him. When he sits on his seat, one of the boys shouts and tells the other that he is Shiraishi, but Shiraishi says that he's always sit there, and even then no one noticed him before. However, he opens Google and searches for something. At that moment, a beautiful girl named Kobo reaches him and takes a picture of him while he is searching on Google. Shiraishi gets uncomfortable and asks her to delete the picture. Then he says that Kobo is an intelligent girl who is also good at sports, so there is no match between them. Later, Kobo asks Shiraishi to stand in the middle of the class and they will see who can notice him. But he denies it, and Kobo insists that. When he doesn't agree, she threatens him, showing his picture, but to no avail. Later, we see that Shiraishi is sitting awkwardly in the class, but no one has noticed, even if he tilts down on the bench. He remains unseen. Then he stands up on his chair and lifts his leg. Now the teacher notices him and tells him to sit down. Due to this, Kobo begins to laugh and Shiraishi thinks about how the teacher noticed him. After the class, Kobo and Shiraishi sit together, and Kobo claims that she enjoyed the class today, but Shiraishi is being embarrassed. After school, Kobo, with her friend, walks home and one of her friends tells her that she was surprised to see Shiraishi today. Kobo replies that Shiraishi is not something too noticeable, but she says that it's similar to finding insects and Shiraishi. Hearing this, Kobo feels perplexed about how she can easily find the presence of Shiraishi. In the evening, we saw Shiraishi sitting on his bed. He says that he doesn't have a specific hobby, but he likes to read manga. The next day, Kobo approaches Shiraishi. He asks her if she is upset due to him. She acts angrily, saying that he doesn't have any idea of what he has done. He says no, and then she asks him about his activity this morning. He tells her that he only bought his breakfast from a grocery store and walked toward the school. Then we are shown the morning scene where Kobo greets Shiraishi, but he ignores her and walks toward the class. But he is still unaware of why she is angry at him. Therefore, she gives him a punishment in which she will sit on his lap and they will see if anyone notices them. So, she sits and learns that no one is noticing them, whereas Shiraishi thinks that she is so soft and smells too good. At the moment, Kobo calls him, but he says that his mind has stopped working. This makes her happy, and she tells him that he is super funny and advises him to reply to everyone's greetings. Afterward, we see Shiraishi taking some more notes from that dwarf teacher, while Kobo watches him. Then she asks Shiraishi why he always asks the teacher questions after the class ends. He says that he pretends that he is attentive to his class. Then she asks him if he is willing to deliver a speech in the class, but he denies, saying that he feels nervous. When the teacher asks a question, she raises her hand and says that Shiraishi would answer the question. The teacher asks him to stand up, and then the student comes to know that he is present in the class. However, she tells him the answer and the class ends. After the class, Kobo asks him if he uses the Pine application, and he says that he sometimes uses it while Kobo is interrupted by her friends. Shiraishi disappears. Then the scene shifts, and we see Shiraishi reading manga. He is happy that his favorite game is going to be released tomorrow. In the evening, Kobo finds Shiraishi sitting in the park and says that it is rare to see him sitting outside the school. Then she asks him if he has gone to shop for something. He tells her that he went to buy his favorite game, and while he was returning, Shiraishi, with great difficulty, received a free tissue from a guy. However, Kobo wants to take a picture of him to learn whether his camera can notice his presence. Shiraishi says no, it will not, but she takes a selfie with him while getting much closer to him, and she wins because he is seen in the selfie. As a reward, she asks him to add her contact in his phone, and then she sent the selfie to him. After that, she asks him for a hangout, but he remains silent. However, he added her contact information to his phone. Later at home, Shiraishi checks the selfie that Kobo sent him, and she asks for a hangout again. Due to this, He thinks that she is the first who got added to his phone. On the other hand, Kubo anxiously awaits for Shiraishi's reply. Her sister, after taking a shower, comes to her and asks what happened with her because she is wearing her night suit and has arrived out of the room. She ignores her and goes to the bathroom, where she receives a message from Shiraishi agreeing to the hangout. This makes her very happy.